and gentlemen, my name is Jennifer Reed, and I'm here to speak on behalf of the current 29 Coastal Bend College LVN students here from the Beeville campus, some of which are here in support, others have children, others are studying. An injustice has been done that we feel is imperative to bring to your attention. In short, a student failed clinicals last semester, and an exception was made to allow her progression into the second semester. Not only is this exception unfair and unjustified, it's inexcusable. The LVN student handbook specifically stipulates the necessary requirements needing to be met to progress throughout the program. Any final grades accumulating less than 75.0 are considered failing. End of story. There is a readmission process already in place that affords all students additional opportunities to re-enroll in the failed course the following year. Clearly, the student hasn't had to do that. Instead of following policy and the chain of command, all she had to do was retain legal counsel and take her problem straight to the president, who subsequently reversed her failing grade and allowed her progression into the program. According to the current 2014-15 CBC student catalog, the first two of the three steps involved in the complaint procedure concerning grades on page 51 directly involve the instructor and the division chair of the instructor. This process involves formal documentation, formal meetings, and formal correspondence between the student and instructor. This process has been proven to work, so why change it now? Well, I believe the writing will be clearly displayed on the wall in light of the current situation I've brought to your attention after I read to you the newly proposed portion of the catalog regarding the complaint procedure concerning grades. First of all, only the first of 4 steps now involve the instructor, and in only the most minimal and informal of ways. It reads as follows. 1. Student must meet with instructor of record concerning course grade. That's it. That's it. Nothing formal about it. It then continues to steps 2 through 4 that essentially empower the Dean of Academics and or the Dean of Workforce to adjust grades according to how they see fit. If that isn't backtracking and questionable integrity of a program or policy, then I'm not sure what is. What does it say about the integrity of the school when decisions are made and then policies and procedures are modified to support said decisions? Giving one person, Dr. Espinoza, the sole executive authority to basically do as she pleases regarding the reissuance of grades will absolutely open a whole other can of worms for this school, ultimately jeopardizing the very integrity this school is founded on. The Texas Administrative Code states in section 214.8, the program shall have well-defined written nursing student policies based upon statutory and board requirements, including nursing student admission, dismissal, progression, and graduation policies that shall be developed, implemented, and enforced. It goes on to say, student policies shall be in accordance with the requirements of all applicable federal and state agencies. The program shall maintain a signed receipt of student policies in all students' records. All Coastal Bend College students sign this form of acknowledgement regarding the grade appeal policy, which is congruent to the college-wide policy, which Dean Garcia and Vice President Dr. Wagner violated. It is the responsibility of the program and the nursing faculty to define and enforce nursing student policies, which they did, and the president overturned. Folks, it isn't any more complicated than that. An exception was made for a student that was justified in failing her clinical course. It is the Board of Nursing that empowers all nursing instructors to essentially deem whether a student is capable or incapable of taking care of another human's life. Dr. Espinoza is in no way qualified to make such an executive decision to overturn such a critical grade. We'd also like for it to be known that the student's clinical evaluations are now being performed by her attorney's wife. Regardless that she is qualified to do so is irrelevant to the fact that she would clearly be biased. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time and consideration. Ultimately, we as a class are seeking only what is just. If this student's lifelong dream is to pursue a nursing career, then we absolutely support that dream. We love the field that we're in, and we support her if that's what her goal is, but not at the extent to make an exception to allow her progression into the program. Like everyone else before her, we feel that she should simply be withdrawn from this current program and begin the re-enrollment process for next year. Also, as a class, we feel we have the right to know of any and all modifications to be made concerning our current LVN student handbook. If in the end all we're able to do is get our concerns publicly heard and acknowledged, then for now that's enough. But ultimately we are prepared to continue seeking justice by bringing this issue to the attention of the Board of Nursing if we are unable to have this problem resolved in-house. And if in the end this student's progression is still permitted, would you want her to be the nurse taking care of your family member? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Outside of this courtyard.
They're wanting a smaller walking area, and I think I'm going to try to persuade them to go to the larger walking area that we have available. I feel it's going to be a really good turnout, so I'm trying to make it the longer versus the short one that they have. But it is expected to go on, weather permitted, and yeah, we're running with it.
He's already working to engage a lot of our clubs to participate so that we can have, we're not just hosting it, we're actually engaged in being a part of it.
Correct.
So, yes, Relay for Life coming to CBC campus. That's good. And you have some pictures of some of the activities, including a student who received her scholarship in Rad Tech program. Dental hygiene students did a demonstration. Our students at the Capitol with Representative Guillen, he was very generous and got them on the dais and the chairs and everything else that they did not hesitate to jump on. And Somerset High School, who isn't in our service district, was asked Pleasanton campus to help them with their student tour about a college campus. They helped them with Apply Texas, with financial aid, with admissions processes, and of course they toured in some of our facilities and mobile labs, and they're excited. These were the seniors, so they're excited about coming back. They actually, their service area is Alamo Colleges and Palo Alto College, but that they prefer the small rural college that serves them because that's alike with their school.
Where is Somerset? South San Antonio? Or
Just
Atascosa?
south of 1604.
Atascosa.
Atascosa
Oh,
County.
okay. Atascosa. Okay.
Wow.
You talk about driving. Well, we have a Pleasanton campus.
Yeah.
They brought them in, they bussed them in, and they thought it was well worth the time for their students to get the specialized attention. Sometimes some of the urban colleges are known for, well, they come to us anyways, we don't have to reach out to them. We do the opposite and they notice the difference, and so they come to us. They're willing to take an extra half-hour drive. And that's my report.
Okay. I think that concludes the agenda up to through 6. And the board will now convene into a closed meeting to discuss the following items posted on our agenda as allowed by Texas Government Code 551.071 and 551.074.